Hello, I am IceBeast, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. We are still in the midst of our war here, our war against Ethiopia, and we're winning it, and it's going well. So that is a good thing. Hopefully, once we win this war, like I said, my main goal here is to actually become democratic and join the Allies against Germany when they start to do their ridiculous expansion. I think that will be a fascinating thing to happen. Although, like I said, you guys could decide that that was a horrible idea and you might suggest different suggestions. I don't have the political power yet to get the dude that I would need to start that, and you'll probably have seen the first episode before I obtain that political power, or I'll be very close and maybe I'll hold off just a tiny bit before doing it. I'm going to actually speed up. No, I'm going to keep it at speed 3. So this is called the Italian Theater. This is totally not the Italian Theater. This should be called the Ethiopian Theater. And I spell it like that because I'm American. Cool. And then we have boats in the Red Sea. There's a whole supply mechanism in this game, by the way, if you're unaware. We're not at the point in the game right now that we have to worry about that, where we have only 20 divisions down here conquering Ethiopia. It's not a ton. There are no German holdings remaining. That's because they lose them at the end of World War I. So let's talk about World War II for a second, because I hope that I don't get a lot of, oh, America won the war, England won the war, etc., etc. All the people that fought in World War II won the war. Everybody contributed in very substantial ways, and people contributed in very different ways. And I would argue that without any of the major powers that fought in the war, and several of the minor powers, the war probably would have gone differently. And so, please don't start a big old debate about who won the war. The war was won by the Allies. And there are many reasons, and it's much more complicated than, oh, yes, Americans won the war because they had, more manpower. Yes, American, industry and manpower contributed majorly to the war. So did Soviet manpower contribute majorly to the war. So did the fact that the United Kingdom didn't get their asses kicked before 1942, when the United States forces could really start helping them. And Germany wasn't able to invade their island, making absolutely no place for us to launch any assaults from. Oh, we need to build more. I should have queued up more submarines. What's the difference between these guys? 230, 1030. 230, 1030. 626.5, 10.8. 625, 10. Okay, that's interesting. 0.5, 0.5, 14.2. 0.5, 0.5, 14, 2500, 20, okay, interesting. So it looks like this one's just better. Alright, let's get it. Let's get her built. I should have left her in here. Oh, the Navy doesn't have production efficiency problems. Okay, that's good. I kind of forgot about that. Production, by the way. Let's get infinite destroyers being built too. Are you contributing to the assault? You are. Okay, good. We finished mechanical engineering. We will then want to get mechanical computing. If you notice, these things, the ones I'm getting, contribute to overall research speed, and that's why they're very important to get early on. So that's why we're getting them. Getting that extra research slot is also very important, which is why I'm also focusing heavily on getting that. So we're coming down here to try to get this extra research slot, but I don't think there's anything else that gives me any more research. I don't think I'm ever going to get any of these. Cert? I don't know where Cert is. I'm pretty sure I know where Benghazi is, though. And I think I need to own basically Libya, and that I believe... Oh, I still own Libya. Oh, I forgot about that. So there's Benghazi, there's Tobruk. Sirt's probably somewhere over here, in here as well. All right, that's interesting. Okay, that's good to know. Hopefully we win this engagement up here sooner than later. It appears that they are in retreat. Or they were about to be in retreat. Can we push this here? The reason I want to push here, if you're wondering, is because this will cut off these guys' avenue of retreat and we can then completely crush these guys. Spanish Civil War has erupted. Nationalist Spain has declared war on Spain. I have seen this go both ways, by the way, in the games I've played. I've seen Nationalist Spain win. I've seen non-nationalist Spain win. I should have pushed this earlier. That was a mistake made by me. Why are you pushing so aggressively right now? Are you seriously sending one dude in here? Who's going in? Are you going in? No. Are you going in? No. Are you going in? Oh, this is just odd. What are you guys doing? Why is nobody pushing the attack this way? I realize that Addis Ababa is an important target, but it's odd that the assaults are going the way they're going. Where are you going? Come on down to here. No, you come this way. I'm ignoring the orders being given by these other people. You're attacking, you're moving, you're doing something. What are you doing? Okay, interesting. The war might just end when we take Addis Ababa. There's a war score system in this game, and because we're pushing the advantage pretty heavily, we should end up with a pretty good war score bonus. See, we just won the war. We're going to take all of Ethiopia. There's really nothing else to do in this, so we're going to end our turn. We've been given Ethiopia. There's nothing left to do, so we're done. Took one state. Ethiopia was annexed. I seized a bunch of equipment, and the war is over. I got some free military factories, which is nice. Let's put these into things that we need to construct. How many more military factories do we have? That's it. I'm going to actually take this down to here because what I do need to do is add... do we only have interwar fighters? Are you serious? Alright, well, let's get an interwar fighter under construction. I like to keep my navy and my army and stuff separate, and then let's also get... I'm actually going to get some transport planes under construction. And the reason is that transport planes enable paratroopers, and paratroopers are so good. At least they were in the past. I don't know if they still are, but they were in the past. We're going to get some more civilian factories under construction. Get these guys built while we have the opportunity. We'll get this going as well. We need more stuff. We need to get some oil. US, give me more oil. All right, so we won the war. That's fantastic. So what we're gonna do is we're going to remove these guys for one thing. All our armor. We have a lot of nice regulars here, so we're gonna bring some of these regulars home. Alright, and then we'll just have this army just garrison this, I guess. And then, no, don't garrison that. And then these guys, we're going to bring these guys back up to Italy. Oh, look, and our forces have mustered. Cool, so we'll march these 7,000 men away. Eventually we're going to need to get more tanks. We do need some artillery as well. Jesus Christ, we always need shit. We have tanks under construction, light tanks under construction. It sucks when you don't have infinite manpower. Or infinite industry, I should say. That was probably the best part of being the United States. At the beginning of the game, you don't, by the way. At the beginning of the game is a little bit slow as the United States, but after that, things get better. All right, so we got basic machine. Oh, did I forget to enable the research? So we want to get either. So we get so either we improve factory output by 10%, production efficiency retention by 10%, production efficiency base by 5%, and we get extra 20%, or factories just become 20% better. I actually have never figured out which of these is better. I'm gonna go with it's so difficult. This is much better if you actually change stuff decently. I'm actually going to go with this partly for the bomb retention capability, because we will eventually be at war with people. What did I just get? What was this other one that I just got? Oh, that was improved military weapons. So what I do want to do is get... Yeah, let's get paratroopers, because having them is going to be really good in our future wars, in the wars to come, to quote Game of Thrones. So it doesn't really matter to me who wins this and who loses this. The ultimate goal is to, try to become democratic. So we're going to do that, actually. I'm going to hire the democratic dude, and, people might tell me this was a huge mistake, but we're going to do this. If we silence the voices of the people, how can any of us claim to be the voice of Italy ourselves? If we fear dissent, if we fear being publicly denounced or ousted by public vote, what we truly fear is that we are hated, reviled by our own citizens. Does the Partito Nazionale Fascista really have so little confidence in its principles? A careful and loosely organized but passionate faction in the government has begun to push for less repressive policies against enemies of the state. All right. Increase the chance of internal support for arranging elections. Increase the chance of people voicing support for democracy. Now, let's discuss it openly. So what we should be getting is 0.1 increase in daily democracy support. Wait, why are we not getting that? Oh, daily changes of plus 0.05. At this, popularity affects our scale by 50% because the party's not particularly popular. Got it. So we're getting was it 0.05% daily change? Yes, a 0.05%. So we get 0.1% every 2 days. So we should get up there relatively quickly. We're going to be a democracy, guys. Now, even though we're going to be a democracy, what we want to do is start getting our stuff in intelligent position. So congratulations, you're going to get deployed here. You are going to deploy a front line here. Cool. And then what I want to do is take you guys, and I guess this cavalry unit, and we're going to make you an army as well. We're going to give you a leader. So this is the guy I just had leading. He's already a level 5 dude, so that's good. And we're going to give you an army, and we're going to also give you a front line. That's not a front line. This is a front line. So I will point out that I actually don't know a ton about Italian history. So I don't actually know who Ugo Cavallero is, or Ubaldo Sodu, or Sebastiano Visconti Prasca. I don't know who these people are. I know a lot about British, German, French, American, obviously, leaders. I also do want to throw a shout out to my Canadian brethren once again. They did help greatly in the war effort. They landed on the beaches too, right in here. Right over here, I actually believe. They were on this side. Americans were on this side. If I remember correctly, it goes American, American, British, British, Canadian? Or was it American, American, Canadian, British, British? And of course, there was also Polish, French, Czech, all sorts of other peoples that landed on D-Day as well. So Let's not forget about them as well. All right, so we got our forces in a relative position here. Switzerland almost never gets involved in any of these wars, which is why I don't have to position myself there. Yugoslavia will probably end up being our enemy because... Where is those forces, by the way? Are you ever... Didn't I order these guys to go home? Aren't you supposed to be coming here? Why can't I get you here? Is it because you guys aren't in a port? Still haven't fixed that pathfinding thing, which is frustrating, but whatever. We'll actually bring these guys home as well. So yeah, all of you come up to this port. Cool. How goes our move towards democracy? We're already at 24% if you round up. We're at 23.5% if you don't round up. Can force government change of another country to adopt the same ideology. Acceptance of Communist Party, acceptance of our allies betrayed Italy and stabbed us in the back when they broke the Pact of London. We sacrificed so much blood at Isonzo for their victory, and they turned and denied us for what was rightfully what was ours by right. Now Italy will take destiny into our own hands. Now we're going to come back and join the allies that apparently betrayed us. Wait. Hey, look. Sun. You can see it. She's right there. There she goes. That's actually kind of cool. Never actually noticed that before, so good for you, Paradox. Yeah, I know I need to build tactical bombers. I don't really want to switch this, but I'm going to. Actually, I don't have a tactical bomber available to actually build, which is kind of hilarious. Construction's about to finish, though, which is nice. As this episode's about to finish too. So now we're in the lull, guys. This is the time period between 1936 and 1939 where not a whole lot happens. So we have a war over here. It looks like the nationalists are moving. Relaxing the restrictions on what sort of anti-Partito Nazionale Fascista propaganda can be spread publicly has predictably led to an increase in public expression of dissent. Organized demonstrations and pamphlets are so far found mostly in academic institutions in some of Italy's most unfortunate areas. But there is little doubt that the movement is spreading. The nation's leader are torn over the issue. Benito Mussolini, who maintains an iron grip in party leadership, has little desire to diversify public debate. This first steps have already been taken, however, and there may be no turning back. Yes, so national unity does go down somewhat, but we did gain a nice big increase in I'm going to get the resource gain efficiency bonus, even though I'm not sure that's a particularly good technology to research. We already got the big gain in democratic support. So now our effects are scaled by, dispopulated effects are scaled to 33%. So wait, why are we all... I don't get why our effects are actually going down. Oh, so it slows the rate at which you can do this? Is that correct? Political power gained. Oh, that's a good one. Improve relations. This guy is definitely a good one. The guy that gives you political power bonus. We're at limited conscription right now, so you can change over time the amount of manpower you basically have available. You can change these things as well, which increase your factory. It can increase your factory output. You can change your mobilization, which will also give you, increased. It makes everything cheaper and better. Then you also get these things which help you out. Gain other just modifiers that are generally pretty good. So I think that's all fine. I was going to say it looks like Republican Spain is going to lose to Nationalist Spain. Looks like General Franco He's gonna win his war. Here he is. Ah, poor Jose Diaz. It's gonna be a bad time for you. Meanwhile, in the rest of the world, why are we paused? Norway, Sweden, Finland, these guys, some of these guys are gonna get hosed, which sucks. We don't have any nuclear bombs. I want to bomb them. Has Japan begun their expansion? Japan has not begun an expansion into China yet. Good old United States. I want to be on the winning side. That's why I want to join the democracies. No, I want to be on the winning side because I think it would be vastly interesting. Anyway, I thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time.